I did it. I did it. I had been talking about a puppy for Tate. I wanted Tate to have a sibling, and I've been talking about it for a year. And Kara kept saying, "No, Tate's an only dog. Your life's too busy for a puppy. Puppies are so much work." I'm like, "I know, I remember." And Mitchell, her son, is like, "No, Tate's an only dog. He's an only son." But Kara was an only child. Mitchell's an only child. Grace is an only child. And we just didn't want Tate to be an only child. And look at this. Look at this. We were thinking about another Yorkie, but we also toyed with the idea of a Schnauzer. This is a miniature Schnauzer. Our neighbor across the street has a giant Schnauzer, and we are in love with him. But he's a little bit too big of a commitment for us, and we don't want anything to overpower Tate or be too dominant over Tate, because Tate gets to be the king, right? He's the firstborn. So Friday, it was just a rough day. I was so sad. It was storming here, and I just was really, really low. And some Facebook ad got pushed to me, some mini Schnauzer. It wasn't even this breeder. And then I started researching breeders in Nashville, and this woman had 2 boys left, and we wanted a boy because look at this, they're so smushy. They just want to be your little shadow all the time. So Gracie and I went Monday night, and we picked him out. It was hard. It was really hard to pick from the 2. She also has like 20 other puppies that are much, much younger that are going up for adoption soon. But I would say she was an excellent breeder, 14 years. She gave us so much information, so many free gifts. We even got a free candle and a blankie and toys and a toothbrush and food. And she was really impressive, really loving. And anyway, this is Otto, Otto, Otto. We're calling him Otto Theodore is his AKC name. But this is baby Otto, 8 weeks old, and we're just absolutely in love with him. Okay, Tate's not though. Okay, I want to show you in real time. A couple people have said, I wish someone would show a 5-minute routine in 5 minutes. And I get it. We're all on YouTube to connect with our audience and be chatty and talk about life. But some of you just want to see makeup and no chit chat. So guess what? We're going to do it right now. And then I'll answer everything in the end. I'll probably put music to this portion of the video where I'm literally just putting on my face in 5 minutes or less. I'm going to time it. I have a phone over here. I'm going to time it. And that way you can see, I'm not going to speed it up. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And then I can talk a little bit about it in the end. So for those of you who want to see Seint 5-minute makeup in real time, your whole face in one palette, let's go. Okay, I'm going to take a bronzer brush, and we're starting with bronzer. The cool thing about Seint Makeup is there's no right or wrong way to do it, but by starting with bronzer, we are going to use less foundation. And as we get older, less foundation is more flattering to our aging skin. You always want to put bronzer where you get color in the sun. That's usually cheeks, nose, forehead, and what's ever left over on the brush, I'll kind of take all over the nose, the upper lip, and down the neck a little bit to blend it. Don't worry about blending it in at this point. We're just going to leave it on the face. I like to also go in with the same bronzer and use it in my crease for a little dimension. Remember, this is 5-minute makeup. I might do eye makeup a totally different way if I want to really do an eye makeup look, but this is like 5-minute out the door makeup. So we just want to add a little bit of interest to the eyes, a little dimension to the eyes, especially if we're hooded. This can camouflage mature or creepy skin, so I really love bronzer for that reason. I take a little bit down the nose, but we're still putting foundation on, so you don't even have to do it at that point. Okay, and just kind of look at everything. Again, it doesn't have to be too blended. I am now picking up the Pilot brush. There's 4 brushes in one. I love it for travel, but it's just great if you want to start with a simple brush. And I pick up a little bit of foundation. And I start going into the T-zone. So I'm kind of blending it in with the bronzer, going through the cheeks, the nose, but see how the brush is blending the foundation and the bronzer together? I'm not even doing a lot of the work myself. The brush does the work, and that's why tools are so, so important when doing makeup. And of course, I like the jawline. Sometimes we can do heavier coverage on the jawline because we don't have a lot of texture or sun damage on our jawline. So here you can see I'm just kind of blending it all together, and I'm not really being super skilled about it. I think anyone could do this. And there you go. What you want to do is look in a magnification mirror and just make sure that it looks good and that it looks like a second skin and you can't visibly see makeup sitting on the surface. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of color corrector. This is Peach 03, and I go right where I have blue and purple. That's the only place you need peach, is just where you have blue and purple. Notice I'm not putting it anywhere else, and I'm not being super skilled with this either. I'm just kind of placing it where I have blue and purple and some darkness. And now I'm going to take the other side of the brush and I'm going to go in with light peach. And this is 01, and this kind of blends all around it. And then I go to the outer eye. I do have some little blue veins under the eye, so I feel like this kind of camouflages that as well. I usually take it down the sides of the nose a little bit just to kind of add a little bit of, I think, lightness to that inner cheek. And that's it. This is so fast and easy. You could even do this makeup in a car, seriously. See that? I mean, that just looks good. I could even go out with just this. And the great thing about creams is you can use your fingers to blend. You don't have to use like a blender or really anything. Today I'm not even using my cushion puff that I normally use. This step is optional and it's going to make the routine a little bit longer, but I just kind of felt like I wanted a little bit of this velvet contour. I like it with this spot brush, and it just kind of easily grabs the eyelid and creates kind of a soft, dark, diffused, smudgy line. And I like it because it brings a little more attention to my lash line. Super easy. And now we're going to go in with blush. I love the color Dahlia. It looks crazy scary, but you can put it on real light with this shape brush, and it's just like the prettiest Barbie pink, but we're going to soften it in a minute, okay? So never be afraid of a deeper color. Also, if we go a little bit deeper, it tends to fade less quickly, so don't be afraid of going a little bit bright. Now I'm taking that bronzer brush and I'm kind of like blending the bronzer and the blush all together again, which is a great trick for summer. I can put a little bit of that Dahlia on my lips too, just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to go in with Desert Sunset Lip Oil. I love our Seint lip oils. They're so beautiful and they don't bleed on me. Let me know if they bleed on you, but they never bleed on me. And I even love Sangria and Black Cherry. And now we're going to go in with a little bit of powder. I don't have to powder this, but I like to powder this for my oily combo girls. And I like Feather Blot. The other powder you see there is Vanilla Dust. I find I don't use that much anymore. I really like Feather Blot because it blurs pores. So if you want your skin to look a little bit more like a filter, use the Feather Blot powder. And there you have it. That is the whole face in 5 minutes. I hope you liked it, and I hope that I can help you get your free color match or use a lot of the colors I used today. They're pretty universal, and I really think that you can pull this off. Okay, I'm back. Let me tell you everything I use. So I started with Bella. It's pretty universal. It works for most people. If you want something a little softer than this, you could definitely do Xanadu, but Xanadu is mixed with an illuminator, so it has the tiniest bit of shimmer, but it's very, very pretty. That is Bella. You saw me do it at the tops of my forehead, my cheeks, my nose, anywhere where we want to get sun, anywhere where we get tan. Then I went in with my highlight, and mine is in a square pan because I melted it down. You don't have to ever do that. But I went in with my highlight to blend the two together. And then I went in with color correctors under my eye. I did peach to correct the purple and blue, and I did the light peach everywhere else just to look like a really pretty beautiful light peach under eye. And then I went in with blush, and then I finished with powder, which I actually prefer. Hold on, prefer my powder to be in our mini compacts, just because it's easier to use and you're not getting like loose powder on all the other stuff, although everything in here right here is powder based. But I like to keep my powders separate from my creams. You could always do a double decker. We have tons and tons of palettes on sale right now. This is the archive sale. It ends in a few days. So go take advantage. We've already sold out of quite a few items, but there are really, really cool palettes for sale, and you can get a great deal. I recommend always doing a double decker because I think everyone in comments will agree with me. You will grow out of it. And then I went in with just the real pretty blush. That's Dahlia. I absolutely love it. It works for, I would say, so many different seasons. Maybe not autumn, unless autumn wanted to mix it with another color. I would maybe not put that with autumn, but most seasons can wear that Dahlia. And what it does is it just looks like a really light pink, bright pink, but light. Like it's soft. It's a soft, bright pink, if that makes any sense. But it just looks like a beautiful feminine flush of color. Of course, I put a little bit on the lips with our Desert Sunset lip oil over it. And oh, you know what else I did? I put the bronzer in the crease because that's super fast and easy. And then we have this contour called Velvet. Look how dark this is. We have Velvet, and I like to take our spot brush and I just kind of go along the lash line, and it's so easy because you barely even have to blend it. Like it just kind of blends really in a kind of soft diffused way. So it's kind of a nice way of wearing eyeliner if you're not good at a pencil. This is easy because you just lay it right on the lash line and just kind of go like this. And I love Velvet. I've been wearing Velvet as my eyeliner for years, long before we got our pencils. Okay, so there you go. You just saw a full face in 5 minutes or less. What would I do differently if I was going somewhere special occasion? Well, I would definitely do some setting spray, and I would probably do heavier eye makeup, but I like to look good close up and in person, and this just looks so beautiful. It just looks like a second skin. You're going to get so many compliments on your skin, not your makeup. So get a free color match. If you feel like you are similar coloring to me, I am light skin. I self-tan a tiny bit this summer, but I'm considered light skin, and I can use Athens. This is Athens mixed with Candlelit. I like to do a 50-50 mixture. Again, you don't have to do that. And then this is Candlelit, which is kind of a light, more golden. And sometimes I like Candlelit on my jawline for summer, and in the winter I kind of do Candlelit all over. So honestly, if you don't even want a color match and you just want to go with these colors because you're thinking that's fast and easy, I can buy it right now, I don't have to wait for a color match, I would say most Caucasian women fall into Athens. It's just middle of the board. It's just middle Caucasian skin. It's very flexible. If we were liquid foundations, we would need far more shades to accommodate skin tones, but cream makeup's super flexible and it can accommodate a ton of different skin tones. If you are quite a bit deeper than me, Caucasian, and you have that kind of like ruddy redness to your chest, in the summer, or you just see more pink and red tones to your skin, you definitely want to go hazel. And on the website, hazel will look dark and scary, but it is like basically medium Caucasian skin that needs to lean more bricky than yellow. Okay, because you saw how yellow Candlelit just went on. It's more yellow. It's neutral yellow, but it's yellow. Okay, so I hope that helps. I wanted to introduce you to Otto, and he's going to keep me very busy this summer, isn't he? Anyway, go check out the sale. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll be back Saturday. Saturday is my traditional beauty day, so I talk about prestige makeup, luxury makeup, drugstore makeup. Sometimes I talk about microneedling, which should I do that this week? Should I do microneedling instead of makeup? It's so hot out. I don't know. I'll think about it. But you can always catch any type of traditional makeup on Saturdays. Wednesday are my Seint videos, and Monday is my Remon skincare, which I always prep with, and it's so pretty. Okay, so get a free color match, or I'll put every shade I just used, and you can kind of base your shades even on what you see here. Just make sure not to go lighter than candlelit if you're deeper than me, because cream shadows go on lighter than they look, and if they're too light, they're going to show hair, they're going to show texture, they're going to show pores, you're going to get the polka dots. So it's better to go a smidge darker than too light, okay? Thank you for being here. Go enjoy the sale. I'll put all my links, and I love you. God loves you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.